Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you try.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Lawrence throwing quickly out for Chark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Brian Flores going to take a chance here as he'll throw the red challenge flag. So that turns out to be a good call by Brian Flores. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch. And under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Lawrence will throw. Chark's got it, left side. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 10. Prescott. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And some room to roam now. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Pollard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return, here's Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First down, Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On play action, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. Interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On third down, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. Pollard. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Going to run again here with Pollard. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. On 1st and 10, Prescott hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Pollard, and boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return, here's Agnew. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Lawrence on third down. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in the...
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, and he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. 158 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a